A Servant's Christmas was written by our great playwright, John Fenn, local writer here, in 1980. The play is 28 years old, and it's been kind of the History Theater's Christmas carol for many, many years.
24 years later, it went through a major catharsis, and, Drew came on board, and it's been wonderfully changed.
Oh, where did you get that at? Where did you get that tile? Isn't it a knobby one and just the proper style? I should like to have one just the same as that. Wherever I go, they shout, hello! Where did you get that hat?
A Servant's Christmas, the musical. And we did it in 2004, and we're bringing it back this year.
Stereopticon, we wander through a world of enchantment, an Eden unspoiled and pristine. This magical picture machine, creating a mystical scene.
It was the first time I'd ever collaborated on taking a work that had already existed and musicalizing it. Usually I start at the beginning of the project, but this was taking something that already had a track record and adding music and lyrics to it and turning it into something different.
A second girl, a maid. Here's a role I've not yet played, yet in my dreams, in my heart of hearts, I long to live unhidden in a world where who I am is not forbidden.
All of us were so pleased with the adaptation that we don't even want to see the straight play anymore.
I wouldn't have the show done any other way.
Double up, five complaints, speaking upstairs, trouble up.
In the household, there's a death in the family. Mr. Warner, who actually lived on Summit Avenue, lost his wife, and there's two children in the household. And in the straight play, we just referred to the wife. When we got to the musical, we decided, let's bring this spiritual character back, because Mr. Warner's suffered a great loss, the children have suffered a great loss, and they're trying to deal with this subject, and in the process we thought, well, let's bring her back as a spirit that really doesn't leave the house until they reconcile some of their differences.
Slowly I appear, now becoming clear. I can't see you, so close and yet so far.
I tend to be a very poppy, bright, happy, sunny composer, very much a child of the 60s and 70s. So this let me get a little richer, a little moodier in places, and deal with some issues that, I as a Catholic, I didn't know a whole lot about Hanukkah, yet I had to write a song about the story of Hanukkah and how it came about, and so I learned a lot in the process.
Not only does it have this wonderful story of religious tolerance, a Jewish girl comes into a very strict Christian household in Summit Avenue and deals with her secret of being Jewish and the anti-Semitism that she faces. And through the eyes of the children, who are basically innocent, this story unfolds and she's allowed to essentially come out of the closet.
This is one of those Jewish things. The whole house is filled with pagan paraphernalia. Look at
This is mine!
Everybody has something that he or she has had to maybe hide for whatever reason. And I think there are universal themes that are explored here, but explored in such a way that may be a little different. And I think it's a great family show.
Why is she here where she doesn't belong? How has her heart grown so hard and so numb? Monica asks, but the answers don't come.
It's a different twist on the standard holiday show. It's certainly not A Christmas Carol. It's not It's a Wonderful Life. It's a different kind of story, one that really focuses on acceptance and diversity. And I think the message that this show has is one that speaks to every person in the world.
And people love that story. It's a story of hope and redemption and change, and I think it's apropos for the times we live in, probably for the next several hundred years.